Hi guys, welcome back. Today's flow is going to be all about the hips, and we're going to get started down on our backs. So meet me on your back. Once you've arrived down on your back, you can bring your hands onto your belly button if that feels comfortable. Maybe straighten your legs or bend your knees like mine are. Taking a moment to tune into our breath, inhaling, feeling your hands lift up towards the sky. And exhaling, feel the belly fall back down towards the floor. And just being fluid with our breath, inhaling, feeling our torso, our belly, our chest lift up. And exhaling, letting it all go. A couple more like that, inhaling. And exhaling. One more, inhaling. And exhaling, slowly start to blink your eyes open. You can draw one knee in towards your chest and then the other, and just circle out your knees for a moment, maybe rock side to side, feeling into your hips for just a moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking the knees in a little bit further and a little wider now. You can point the soles of your feet towards the sky. Start by grabbing onto the backs of your hamstrings and trying to root your tailbone down towards the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, maybe reach your hands up towards your shins as your elbows draw inside of your knees. Drawing your knees closer towards the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Releasing your knees back to center. Draw your knees over your hips and draw your arms out towards the sides. Press your low back down into the floor. Now just starting with the legs first, think about your inner thighs drawing in towards each other. And then press your left heel away. Keep your right knee drawing in. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, the right leg presses away. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, press away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one more each way. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Drawing the legs back to center. Go ahead and take your knees back in. Draw them wide. Happy baby again. Grabbing behind the hamstrings or maybe more towards the ankles this round. Rocking side to side on your lower back. Feeling the stretch. Good. And then taking knees in back towards each other, coming into a dead bug. Same thing with the legs, but this time your arms are coming along with you. Taking an inhale, press your left leg and your right arm away from you, reaching them in opposite directions. And exhale, draw it back to center. Inhale as you reach this time. Exhale, draw it back in. So we're switching sides each round. Inhaling and exhaling along the way. See if you can take one more to each side. Keep pressing your low back down. Keep grounding through your shoulders, your hips. Good, and then draw those knees back in. Go ahead and rock and roll your way up towards a seat. And then make your way to tabletop. Hands in knees position. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees come underneath the hips. Starting here with just a gentle cat and cow, squeeze your shoulder blades together, pull your chest through and lift your tailbone. On your exhale, round through your upper back, tuck your tailbone under. Continuing like this, inhaling and exhaling, arching and rounding through the spine, just feeling out any tightness or looseness. Take one more round. Beautiful. And coming back to center. This time we'll be doing a spinal balance similar to dead bug. Press your right leg straight back and then reach your left arm forward out in front of you. Take an inhale. On your exhale, can you tap in your knee and your elbow in towards each other underneath you? And then inhale, extend it back out. Two more. Exhale, draw it to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Good. This time reaching the right leg long, Left arm long. Take your left hand down to the floor and bend through the right knee. Lift up through the heel, and then slowly bring the knee out towards the side. Going to draw the knee back down towards center, and then lift it up, out to the side, and then draw it together. Noticing here, as you draw it out to the side, that openness in the hips, and as you draw that knee in, notice the closing of the hips. One more time. Now this time, I'm going to kick the leg up, take the knee out to the side, and then take a little kick of that foot all the way out. Place the foot down on the ground. On the inhale, shift your hips back as you reach those toes up towards the sky. Little rocks forward and back here, and then exhale, coming back towards center. Inhaling, rocking back just as far as your body wants to go, and exhale back to center. One more time, press into that heel as you rock it back, and then drawing back to center. Good, bringing that knee back to the middle. Go ahead and take your right fingertips onto the mat, and then step that right foot forward, coming into a little lunge position. Hands can come to hips as you square your hips and press your hips forward. Breathing in. As you breathe out, bring your hips back a little bit. See if you can balance on your left shin as you take this right foot all the way out to the side, taking a lunge to the side. Reach your hips down into it. Draw your heel back towards your left knee. And then same thing, balancing on the front leg, coming back to that lunge in the front. Back to the side lunge. Just controlled little movements here through the hips, side and forward. Good, one more time. Coming to the side, and we'll pause here. Taking the right hand inside of the right knee. Open the left arm up towards your ear, and then see if you can spin your chest open towards the sky a little bit. Maybe look up underneath that left armpit. Big breath in. Now on your exhale, slowly take your left hand down towards the floor, back towards that table, but opening now onto your left side. So your right leg kicks all the way back in space. Now you're in a left side plank with that knee down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last inhale, hold it. And exhale, right hand comes down, right knee comes down, back to tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. Shake any tension out of your body. Coming back to center in that tabletop. Spinal balance first. Left leg goes straight back. Right arm reaches forward. Big breath in. Strong through the core as you tap your knee and your elbow. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. This time, right hand comes down, bend through the left knee, kick the heel up towards the sky, and the knee comes to the side, and slowly back down to center. Continuing here through these hip circles, nice and controlled. Breathing through it. Okay, coming back up, this time kicking the knee out to the side, but then kicking that whole foot to the side. Little gate rocks as we start to rock forward and back here, lifting through the left toes as you roll back. Taking one more round. Beautiful. Coming back to center, lifting up through the left fingertips. Take that left foot and step it just where your left hand was, coming into a lunge position. Press the hips forward here. Draw the left foot back energetically. Then coming back a little bit, step the left foot off to the side as you take a little side lunge. Coming back to center, step it forward as you lunge forward. Back glute engages. And then opening to the side. Keep your core nice and strong. One more time, coming forward. And then pausing out to the side. Take your left hand just inside the left knee. Right arm reaches up by your ear. See if you can lean over a little bit. Maybe open your chest up towards the sky. Last inhale. And on your exhale, take your right hand back down towards that tabletop, but spin onto your right side as you kick the left foot back. Maybe reach your left fingertips up. Glutes are nice and engaged here. Big breath in. And on your exhale, take everything back down to center. Go ahead and step your feet back into a plank position, top of a push-up, bending the knees, shifting the hips up and back, downward dog. Shifting forward to plank, inhale. Exhale, bending the knees into a little down dog. One more time, shifting forward and back into your down dog. Take a moment here to pedal out through your legs. And then looking forward in between the hands, go ahead and walk your feet in between your hands into a forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to get there. Once you're there, keep your knees nice and bent. Let your elbows kind of hang over your body as you grab opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Bending through one knee and then the other. Shake your head yes and no. Releasing fingertips down towards the floor, moving through a little half sun. Then inhale, halfway lift your spine, reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to mountain pose, reach up high. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, press your thighs back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Moving on from here, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand. This time, exhale into a chair pose. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms long out in front of you. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, stand up on your left leg as you bring your right knee up. Draw your inner thighs in towards each other. Stepping the right foot all the way back. Pausing through a warrior three here in this balancing position. And then stepping the foot back. Spin the heel down so the whole foot is on the floor, a little bit of an angle, warrior one position. Finding a stretch through the front of the hip flexor here. Big breath in, big breath out. Now on your inhale, reaching the chest forward, coming back to warrior three. Press back through the back heel. Draw your inner thighs towards each other. And coming into pyramid pose, stepping the right toes back again at that angle. Whole foot comes down. This time straighten through your front leg. Engage your quad. Press your hips back as you fold forward over your front leg. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Glutes engage. And exhale, fold. One more time like that. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, fold. Stay here 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling, maybe take your hands towards your shin. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And on your exhale, rebend through your front knee. Step back to the top of a push-up. Lower all the way deep down to your belly. Maybe use your knees if you need to. On your inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up. And exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Slowly press your hips back towards a child's pose. Hips towards the heels. Looking forward. Tucking the toes. You can step, maybe jump forward, or maybe just walk your feet in again to that forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, rise to mountain. Stand all the way up. And exhale back into your chair position. Inhaling here. And exhale, stand all the way up on the right foot. Bring your left knee up towards your chest this time. Inner thighs together as you press the heel back towards the back of the mat. Reach your arms forward. Slowly step the left toes down and spin the toes down at an angle. You're in a warrior one lunge. Press your hips forward. Big breath in. Big breath out. Forward as you lift up through that back leg again. Warrior three. Back on the right leg. Pyramid pose. Step the back toes back down. Straighten through the front leg again. Engage that quad. Hips go back as you exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, lift the chest. This time, exhale, hips back, and we stay for a few rounds of breath. You can take your hands towards your shin, but keep your chest pressing forward over your toes. Last inhale. On your exhale, rebend through your knees, step back to plank. Lower all the way to your belly, nice and slow. On the inhale, lift into the cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, lower. Pressing back into child's pose, stay here. Big breaths. You can tent through your fingertips if you want a little stretch through your shoulders, your arms. Good. Looking forward again towards the top of your mat. When you're ready, we'll slowly make our way back again towards a downward facing dog. Looking forward towards the top of the mat, walking the feet in towards a forward fold. From here, halfway lift your spine, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up high, and exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to be doing a little bit more of an open hip sequence, bringing the right knee up towards the chest. This time you're going to turn that knee out to the side. From there, stepping all the way back to the back of the mat, finding an open hip lunge now in a warrior two. Good. On the inhale, straightening through the front leg, reach the arms overhead. And exhale back into warrior two one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Standing stars, we turn the toes forward. As you're here, think about reaching up through the chest, and we're going to fold forward, pressing hips back as we fold. So think about tailbone lifting up towards the sky, pressing into outer edges of the feet, slowly allowing ourselves to relax inside of our legs. It's okay if we use our fingertips to prop ourselves up, but just allowing the hips to release for a moment. On the inhale, meeting in a halfway lifted spine, we're turning the toes out and the heels in. Take your thumbs to your thighs as you lift your chest up. Here, think about your shoulder blades drawing back, but the ribs coming back in towards each other. Strong through the core as we're in this goddess pose. See if you can lift through your right heel and lower it down. Lift the left heel, lower it down. Can you bring your arms to cactus? Lift the right heel. Lower it down. Lift the left heel. Lower it down. Taking your hands behind you, can you interlace your fingers? Open your chest and press your arms towards the floor. Maybe lift your right heel and lower it down. Lift the left heel and lower it down. Good. Straightening through the legs. Keep this openness in the chest if you have it. We're releasing back into a fold. Heels come behind the toes as you fold forward. Big breath in. Release the arms on the exhale, slowly halfway lifting your spine. And from this halfway lifted position, can you take your fingertips towards your hips, strong through the core as you bend your knees, slowly come all the way up to standing. Turn your left toes to face the front of the mat. Reach your arms out to a T position. Take an inhale here, reach your fingertips forward, press your hips back in space, and then slowly come back up to center. Press the hips back, reach the left arm forward. Slowly come back up to center one more time. Reach it forward, pause here. This time take your left hand down. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Maybe eventually your left fingertips can slowly reach towards the floor. But you're pressing your hand into your shin here, opening your hips, squeezing through the glutes. Strong through the core, one more inhale. And on your exhale, rebend through the front knee. Take your hand to your right hip and heel toe your back foot in just a little bit. Now here you can take a block out in front of you if you have one, or just use the floor. We're lifting the right leg up and opening the hips towards the right side of the mat. Press down into that block if you have it. Press down into the left leg and press through the right heel. Big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly square the hips back down to center. From here, folding over the legs. Take a moment, straighten one heel and then the other, coming back to that little ragdoll fold. moving your blocks out of the way. From here, halfway lifting your spine, and exhale, fold. Hands slide up to shins as we halfway lift again. Fold on the exhale. Rising to stand, inhale, and exhale your hands to your heart center. We're opening again, bringing the left knee up towards the chest this time. Opening that knee out to the side, stepping it all the way back towards the back of the mat, coming into a nice and strong warrior two position here. On the inhale, reaching up through the hands as we straighten the front leg, and exhale back to warrior two. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep the hips nice and open. Inhale and exhale. This time we stay, coming back to that standing straddle position. Heels come behind the toes, and then we fold forward over the legs just for a few breaths. Maybe bending into one knee and then the other. Just finding a little bit of relief through the low back and the backs of the legs. Coming to a halfway lifted spine, bringing the heels in, toes out, coming into a goddess position. This time, see if you can take your arms out to the side, lift up onto your heels, and stay for the balance. One more inhale. And exhale, release the heels, stand all the way up. This time, you're turning your right toes towards the front of the mat. Open your arms into a T position, reaching the right arm forward as the hips move back, and then back up to center. Reaching forward, hips go back, and back up to center. This time reaching forward, hips go back, strong through the legs as the right hand goes down, left arm reaches up. Keep the chest opening, the glutes engaging. Breathing. Now the left hand comes down to the hip. Bend into that right knee, maybe finding the floor or that block again as we lift up through the left leg, coming into your half moon position. So the first round I showed you with a block. This round I'm showing you using the floor, but notice I'm reaching my fingertips a little bit towards the right top corner of my mat. Slowly squaring the hips back down. Bring that left knee down underneath you. Little ragdoll fold. Halfway lift of your spine, look forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful job, everybody. Coming down to a kneeling position, stepping your knees down. Take your fists to low back. Open your elbows up towards each other, so they're pulling towards each other. Feel that openness in your chest. Draw your ribs together, your low belly towards your spine. Squeeze your glutes as you start to let your head hang back, coming into a camel position. Squeezing through the abs as you make your way back up towards center. Take a moment, pause on your toes as you sit back in a little toe stand position. Now this time coming back up to kneeling. Take your fist behind you in a little interlaced finger shape, opening the elbows first, and then see if you can press those fists towards the floor, coming into a nice chest opener. Maybe allow your head to hang back here as well. Glutes engage, ribs come together. And gently releasing back to that seat on our heels. Once you're ready, shake out your shoulders, roll them out. And we're taking elbows down now to the mat. So coming into this little crouching shape, take your knees back and lift your hips into a dolphin position. Now this may be a great time for those of you that like inversions and headstands and all of those fun things to go in to some of those shapes and play around with them as we open up here through our shoulders and strengthen back up through our core. Wherever you are, you're breathing. Couple more breaths. And once you're finished, gently making your way back down towards a seated position. We'll stay in a seat here for a couple of stretches. Take your left leg long out in front of you, and then take your right foot and cross it over that left leg. Sitting up nice and tall, reach your left arm alongside your ear. Pausing here as we twist, hugging onto the right knee. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Keep pressing forward through the left heel. Press your sit bones into the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. One more round, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Returning to the center. Take the right foot inside of the left thigh now. Take your left hand sort of inside of the left leg. Take your right arm, reach it up alongside your ear, and then bend over towards the left side, finding a squeeze of this left oblique muscle as you open up to the right side. Breathing into the stretch. Couple more. Beautiful. Gently releasing that once you're ready. Switching sides. Right leg goes long out in front of you. Cross your left foot over the right leg. Sit up nice and tall. Right arm goes alongside the ear as you hug onto the left leg with that right hand. Maybe gaze over your back shoulder. Breathing into it. Returning towards center. Left foot comes inside of the right thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Right hand inside of the right leg. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Bending over towards the right leg. Squeeze the right oblique. Feel the left side body opening up. A couple more. Last inhale. And exhale, gently releasing the stretch. Bringing the feet forward out in front of you. Coming back onto your back now. Releasing yourself all the way down. Taking the right knee in towards the chest. Release the left leg long. You can keep it hovering off the floor or relax it down, doesn't matter. But really drawing that right knee up towards the right shoulder. Go ahead and roll out through your ankles. Good. Switching sides, bring the left knee in, bring the right leg long. Rolling out through the ankles. Beautiful. Back to the happy baby as we open our legs wide, grabbing onto the ankles, the shins, as the elbows come inside of those knees. Maybe rocking side to side. Bringing feet back towards each other, bringing the feet towards the floor, letting the knees fall in on each other as the feet come wide on the mat. Little knock-knee position. Taking a moment here for a few breaths as we wind down before moving on to our next activity. Nice final relaxation as we relax through the crown of the head, the neck, relax the shoulders, the arms. Relax the spine into the floor and the hips a little heavier. Relax all of the muscles of your legs as they fall in on each other. Feeling the whole body releasing tension. taking what you need from this practice, leaving behind what you don't. We'll take a few more breaths together, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Last time, inhale, big exhale. Stay here as long as you need to. And once you're ready to, starting to move your body around a little bit. Shaking the hips, shaking out the wrists, the fingers, the arms. And releasing into a full body stretch. Arms reach long, point the toes, as if you just woke up in the morning. Hands come alongside your body, knees draw in towards the chest as we rock and roll our way towards a seat again. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me for another hips flow. I hope that you enjoyed this one. Please let me know in the comments what you thought and what you would like to see next. I'll see you next time.